Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. So today we're going to be talking about Danielle Cohn. Now, if you follow me on Twitter, which you should, I have already discussed a little bit about Danielle Cohn in terms of where I stand. Danielle Cohn is an influencer. According to Famous Birthday, she's an Instagram star, but she's also on YouTube, and she is apparently 14 years old. However, there's been a debate going back and forth about whether she's actually 14 or she's 12. Now, another creator called iNabber made a video about this whole age situation, and I think he brought up a really good point, really good evidence to prove that she's actually 12, and I'll insert that brief moment here.
Now, the first bit of proof about Danielle being 12 years old actually comes from her mother, Jennifer Archambault, and when you go and take a look at Jennifer's social media page on Famous Birthdays, it does state that she is the mother of Danielle Cohn. The thing is, you can actually find Jennifer's channel extremely easily. You just have to search her name on Google or on YouTube and the channel actually comes up. And a video was found on that channel with the title DSCN2712, and in this video it shows Danielle Cohn dancing when she was much younger than she is now, and according to the description of the video, she was 6 years old when this was being recorded. And now I'm not going to say that this video is terrible, this video is wrong, it shouldn't be on YouTube. It's fine, it's a kid enjoying themselves and they're being placed on their parents' channel. That, to me, is fair enough. But the fishy part about this video comes from the actual upload date of this video, because it says that it was uploaded in June 2012, but it says that she's also 6 years old. And if it was uploaded on that date and she was 12, then that would make Danielle Cohn 12 years old.
In my mind, I think she's actually 12, but either way, whether she's 12 or 14, I don't think makes that big of a difference, being completely honest, because she's still underage, and the way she shows herself online is incredibly troubling to me. So on Instagram, she has 2.7 million followers. Now, I'm not very conservative in terms of clothing. Like, I don't really have a problem with people showing their bodies online if that's what they want to do, you know, whatever. However, the thing is, she is a very young girl. Instagram has communities of pedophiles just like Tumblr does, or did. We'll see if they appear again. So it makes me very uncomfortable when I see a child either choosing to exploit their body or having their parents, you know, force them to exploit their body, or potentially a little mixture of both. The pictures she posts online aren't terrible. Like, it's not like she has her boobs out or anything. Well, sometimes. There's a distinct feeling that she's trying to look older than she is. For example, and this is just me, right? This is just my opinion, obviously. But when I'm on Instagram, I think I've only ever posted maybe 2 or 3 pictures where, like, my ass is the center point of the picture. And I still feel uncomfortable doing that, and I'm 25, mind you. So I don't really do it that often. But with Danielle, I've noticed that highlighting her body, her developed body, I guess you could say, is a big thing, to the point where I feel a little bit uncomfortable even being able to see these pictures. And like I said, most of the time they're not extremely controversial, you know, like it's not like something where you're like, oh, that's clearly wrong, but it's the type of thing where you have this sensation of wrongness and you're like, why do I feel uncomfortable looking at this? And that's kind of the thing that I get. Thank God I don't want to have kids because I'm not about to deal with stuff like this. But if I had a daughter who was 14, you know, I really would not be happy about these kinds of posts. And I think the real bottom line of what's unsettling to me is just her really trying to look older. Aside from this, she has a boyfriend who I just can't stand. Like, he seems... I'm not going to get into it. He's still a kid. However, the guy that she's with, he's 16, apparently, which if she's 12, that really creeps me out. Already the difference between 14 and 16 is a really big difference, because it's not like 25 and 27 where you're generally in the same area of life. Like 16, you're already thinking about like your future in college or whatever. 14 or 12, no, not so much. So the maturity gap between those two freaks me the fuck out. Like, I think that's one of the most troubling things about it. I did a little bit of looking around, and I was looking at Danielle's YouTube channel, and the most recent video she posted as of when I'm filming this was a video with her uncle, but she titled it "My Dad Reacts to My Instagram Pictures." And I thought that this was really interesting because I think one of the recurring questions we all have is, where are her parents? Like, why are they okay with this? Are they just using her for money? Do they seriously not see the problem? Like, questions, right? Just question marks. And the pictures she showed her uncle weren't her worst pictures, but some of them were pretty like, maybe don't take pictures like that. Maybe don't post pictures like that. And so I'm going to show you a couple of brief clips of his reaction, because that really made me uncomfortable, because you'll see what happens, but the spoiler is that he says, oh, you should cover up or whatever, but it doesn't seem like he actually means it. You know, like if I had pictures like that when I was 12 or 14 and I showed my mom, like it would be a more kind of visceral reaction of like, oh my God, I can't believe you just posted that online. You know, like actual outrage, annoyance, disappointment. But here he's just so passive about it that I'm just like, is this entire family on board with using one person to make God knows how much money? It's depressing. Anyway, here are the clips.
Well, the one thing I'm gonna ask is, Warren, I don't like the pose. I also, like, why do you look like you're, yeah, you look like an astronaut in this picture. Who are you looking at? They like judgmental eyes. Grabbing onto the wall. Who goes in space with high heels? I mean, I guess it's alright. Pick up the shoulder part, cover up the rest of this, and you'll be good. Ah! What the heck is this? Whoa! No. That's where you need to take the rug and put it over top of you. That's not enough. There's no clothing. That's, yeah. I don't even want to look at that. That was here? When?
Like 2 days ago.
Oh, I'm glad I wasn't there. I would have yelled at you. Alright, so this one. Who's that guy that you're gazing deeply in his eyes?
Mikey, you met him before?
I don't have anything to say. Just don't fall in love that easily.
Wow. He did give me a promise ring.
A promise ring? I promise you, if he gets you any other gifts, I'm gonna beat him up. And I've met him before, so I'm pretty sure I can take him.
This one.
Oh my gosh! Zip up the jacket. You're not even wearing anything underneath it. And then you're tipping your glasses like, I know something you don't know.
No, I'm actually wearing something under. Look.
Well, you should be zipping that up because that's an undergarment. It's supposed to say
Do you like
under.
my missing nail?
I didn't even notice it until you pointed it out. Just this section, everything else is good. Just cover up this midsection. Nobody wants to see that. I don't want to see that.
Now, another thing that I wanted to mention, and I'm going to make another video referring to this person specifically. There's this other young girl called Melody who is apparently 11 years old, who is in a very similar situation as Danielle Cohn, but I wanted to focus just on Danielle for this one. And we'll do the next episode of Apparently I'm Chris Hansen or something with Melody, but I am aware. Honestly, you know, it's just one of those situations where it's extremely nuanced, where you kind of know that this isn't the type of picture a 12 or 14-year-old should be taking, but at the same time, it's not outrageous enough most of the time for, you know, a public outcry to begin. So I'd really like to know what you guys think about this. Let me know what you think about the pictures that I've also shown on screen as examples. Honestly, I'm just kind of scared of like the people who are viewing her pictures. I think that's one of the things that makes me the most uncomfortable. I'm like, surely a big part of her fan base is people her age or close to her age or maybe even younger than her, right? But I can't really act like I think that's all of her fan base. Like, I can't stop myself from thinking that there's some creepy old man in a basement just looking at her pictures waiting for a new upload, which is disgusting, honestly. But anyway, that was the video for today. I'm sorry it's a little bit of a somber topic, but I do think it's very concerning. And I even just wonder what happens to a person's brain, a young person's brain, when they're kind of either forced or choose to grow up fast. Like, I don't know how I would be today if at 12 or 14 I was already taking like these extravagant, a little bit too trying to be older / sexy bikini type pictures. You know, like, I don't know what that does to your psyche, and I don't know what that does to your relationship with, well, I guess the opposite sex and same sex, depending on if they're lesbians or attracted to women. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're portraying yourself as an older person, then by definition, you're probably going to get hit on more, because people realize that hitting on someone who looks potentially 18, I think she could pass as 18, is different than obviously hitting on a 12-year-old, which nobody should be doing, right? So I'm wondering, you know, like dealing with internet creeps too, like what does that do to a young person's mind? How does that affect their future when they grow up, right? I didn't mean to go into like psychoanalysis here, but that's definitely something I've been thinking about. Anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this situation and maybe even kids online in general. Like, where is the line? Is there even a line? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you to my patrons as always, and let's get right into the fan art.